a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And here's Heinrich. That's a 2 from Snell. No good. Shots continue.
Most is felcső, hogy nagyobb volt, de így is tartottam magam.
It's Detroit leading by 6.
%28%-kal dobhattam a legjobbra. Büntetőt 71-re.
And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Bring you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Pistons leading by 6. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Snell in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Caldwell Pope pass to Drummond. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle, a lot of contact there. They get Paul Gasol.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletically.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
3-pointer, Snell. And again, Chicago. No good. Detroit leading by 6. Johnson attacking. It's tipped. Rebound, Detroit. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the left wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. He goes up again. Drummond dishes to Caldwell Pope. And the 3-ball is good. And the Pistons lead by 9.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Before we were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in this match.
A sima búra volt, bazd meg.
Pretty hard for the number of fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns. I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Here's Rose. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on it. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Joakim Noah is checked in for Chicago. And it's Drummond missing.
Hogy faszért nem ugratok fel újra, bazd meg?
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
They get it back. A second chance effort. And the foul is called on.
Ja, persze. Ott vezetik egy 10 percig a festékbe, és nem tudom ellopni. Kibaszott Detroit-tal.
And the Bulls making a change here. McDermott's checked in. And Gibson kicks to McDermott. Traps in the tray. McDermott's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Johnson outside. Gibson.
Ez mi a fasz volt, bazd meg?
One-on-one fast break. Here's Butler. Johnson with the block. The feed now to Caldwell Pope.
Mi volt? Ez miért nem ugrott rá?
On the wing, Jackson lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Yeah, that would put them over the limit, and if they're not
Dobcsak
careful, this is
60%-ot azért dob.
a raid at the free throw line.
Most már annyit bedobta, hogy
You
az
know,
összes
guys,
kell
Taj
hagyni.
Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
And he's good on the second. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I'll tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Deflects the pass.
Ja!
With the steal. And Stanley Johnson is going to
Dobjál csak kurványáddal.
That's his first foul of the game.
Szapó Gibson.
Bonus will go to the free throw line. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Outside Jackson. And Caldwell Pope now atop the key. Right through the knee for the layup.
Their prowess inside has been
Nem kapsz el ezekre a buzisákra faltot, bazd meg.
down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Right wing. McDermott passes to Noah. Lock at 6. Stolen by Jackson.
Oké, határfal.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Detroit. Jackson dishes to Ilyasova. It's tipped. Stolen by Rose. And here's the break. Moving it up. And finished off by McDermott.
We could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now nerves and tightness become a factor.
And it's becoming a battle of will right now. This is as good a game as we could have hoped for.
And Ilyasova kicks to Jackson. The dish now to Ilyasova. Puts up the baby hook.
De jó, hogy nem kaptam egy geci faltot ebbe a kurva védekezésedbe. Kurva undorító volt, bazd meg. Egyfolytában lökötték az összes játékosomat.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Gibson sends it down. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Geci hányadék szarokat kapsz, bazd meg, védekezésben.
The Bulls have
Támadásban
their
is
9
fos.
field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Butler passes to Gibson. Unloads from 13. And it's Butler missing.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm
Taka
on that
kurva.
shot.
Launches it. Shot by Caldwell Pope.
Bazd meg, miért nem veszik le azt a geci lapottal?
Noah with it. Guarded now by Morris. Noah dishes to Butler. From deep.
Ja. Batti volt.
Butler can't get that one to fall.
Nem baj.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope.
Ez egy geci.
Out of bounds. Pistons ball. Detroit
Persze.
takes possession.
100 blokk hátulról.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Kicks to Drummond. Shot clock at 5. Jackson passes to Ilyasova. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well defended, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Rose dishes to Snow.
Fúj, ez kecész hányadék voltak.
It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
They set the pick. Jackson with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. All by himself. Here's Butler. Oh, and they take the lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Nagyon kadékú játszom. Nagyon tudok. Leváltós kis geci vagy. Nagy énság között leváltom.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gasol's checked in. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. And that one is in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean,
Kurválkodsz, bazd meg!
expect plays like that from him and Bills. That never gets old.
The pass to Butler. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Morris outside. Jackson kicks to Morris.
Ott a háttazsák, csőd a fordulózó Morisnyával.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to vary those.
Na jó van te! Húzd a gecibe! Fúj, te szardarab! Kurva hányadék ez te!
The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity.
Na azt.
Rose against Jackson. And so he draws the
Beszélj.
foul on the shot clock. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a game we've seen here for Jackson. He has 18 points, but he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor. Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Outside Rose. This is to Snell. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be fouled.
De ha kettőt bedobod, akkor győzelni velük. De nem.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the gap to 1. Detroit with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, he got a foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And a tough break.
How much does he do?
Gonna check at the line, no good.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
Rose in the post. Oh, he couldn't make that shot.
Érted le, hogy te kurva.
Az utolsó, amit csinálta, nem engedett már. Azt a divat.